So while I'm going to let this dry overnight, what I thought I'd do is, and I don't know if this is necessary, but I'm going to put some wood filler some of the bulkhead joints and anywhere else that looks like it may need a bit of filler. I'm just kind of planning on not using a lot. I do want to keep the weight down as with any airplane, especially as we go further aft. But I thought this might be a little nicer for when we go to cover it. And another trick I'm planning on doing is, if you're not familiar with it, not the automotive industry, auto body specifically, they have things called tack rags, and they're usually used in between layers of paint to remove any dust particles and dirt so that you don't get contamination between your layers, you don't get little pimples or blisters or dust specks. Anyway, after I give this whole model a light sanding before covering, which is still a ways away, I'm going to run a tack rag over the whole thing. That's going to draw out some of the balsa dust. You could also vacuum it, I'm sure. You could probably, with low pressure, blow it off. I wouldn't want to go too high a pressure in case you start damaging things. But yeah, I think filling it, giving it a sand, and getting it as nice as possible before covering is going to help with the end game here. So this is the port side, wood filled. While I'm here just blabbering away, I do a lot of research on YouTube and other resources for information before I get into these hobbies and get my ideas and research the planes I'm buying or whatever the hobby I'm into. I'll research the hell out of whatever I'm doing. But some of the resources that came out really fantastic was two gentlemen from the UK. One gentleman's name is Cliff and the other one is Mark. I'm going to provide their channels and links below my video, my description, and I highly recommend checking those guys out because they've been doing this a long time. They're both regular, weekly, daily uploaders, and they're just full of knowledge. So I highly recommend these two guys, their channels, and like I said, I will link it. And anyways, I'm going to fill the other side. Hey Alexa, what day is it?
Today is Wednesday, September 10th.
All right. She says it's Wednesday, September the 10th. Anyway, I went out after work this afternoon and decided to play nine holes of disc golf and shot my lowest round recorded yet at that course. But that is not important to airplanes right now. So I'm going to wrap up the initial build video, the fuselage. This is kind of like a part 2, as I posted part 1. I just want to wrap up and go over a few things. And so one of the things I did mention in my part 1 was if you're going to be sanding your fuselage or any balsa wood, don't mind me while I rattle around, you're going to want to lift the dust off. You can wipe it damp. You can use isopropyl alcohol. Or these guys. These are tack rags. You get them from an automotive store, paint suppliers, and it's kind of not really a sticky. I guess it's sticky. It's got a bit of a feel to it. Some people don't like the way it feels. But a tack rag will lift the dust right off. And as I said earlier, it's usually used automotive bodywork to clean up between paint layers, primers, paints, top coats, whatever, to make sure there's no dust and pimples in your paint. Anyway, moving on. Most of the fuselage is done, and this piece has to be glued in still, and I haven't done that yet. But other than that, everything is glued, and I think there's 1 or 2 small pieces left to go in for the basic fuselage. And what I plan on doing is just getting that sanded down, get it cleaned up, check for any places that might need a little extra glue, any place I can lighten the tail on this thing, lighten it anywhere else, and I'll wrap up with that. Also, I've been doing some thinking. The DW kit, Dancing Wings, does not have the wing struts, wing braces that the traditional prototype J3 Cub has. So I've got myself some hardwood strips I cut today at work and a few other pieces, and I plan on fabricating some out of that. I'll probably sand it into an airfoil shape, use some kind of linkages, control horns, maybe little tiny embedded nuts and bolts and kind of things like that, so they can be attached and the wing can come off fairly easy. Maybe even a cotter pin type deal, a little snap pin that you would use on an RC car body to keep the body on. Put it over a pin, could be a wooden dowel, and maybe something like that will make it look a little bit more scale. I haven't ironed out my details yet, but that's the plan. Anyways, I'll wrap up tonight's video. There was one more thing. There was a shipment again today, and this one's a bit heavier. The Dancing Wings Sopwith Camel 1.2 meter came in. This thing's heavy. It's like 1.5, 1.3 kilograms, and that's without any electronics. So it's about the same size as the J3 Cub, but there's about 20 times more parts in this thing. Yeah, I've had a quick look at it, and I do not plan on building this until I've finished the J3, and I want to maybe build the Tiger Moth before I get into this one. This is going to be the main winter hobby. That's probably going to take me more than a couple of days, couple of weeks. That is going to be a few month build. And if there's still any interest, I will be videotaping all 3 builds and giving reactions and as I go, and also giving my thoughts on what I think of the Dancing Wings brand and their manuals and their fit placement, things like that. Anyways, enough babbling, waffling on, as they say in the UK. I'm going to finish sanding tonight. I'll record some of that and show you maybe some what it looks like afterwards. And next video should be getting into the next section of the build, which will be either the wings or the tail feathers. Stay tuned.